I'm Ryan McCaffrey with IGN, and recently I had the unique opportunity to play Red Dead Redemption 2. Got a couple hours of hands-on time, and since nobody's gotten to play the game yet, obviously you all had a ton of questions. I put the call out on Twitter, and kindly, many of you responded with your questions about Red Dead Redemption 2, so I will do my best to answer some of the best ones right now. Dean Thompson 62 asks, will the campaign be offline? Yes, absolutely. Red Dead Online is something else. It's totally separate, much the way it is with GTA Online. And in fact, Red Dead Online will not be appearing at launch. It's coming later. There'll be a public beta in November. And of course, Red Dead Redemption 2 releases October 26th. So yes, very much playable offline, no worries there. Lollable asks, can you pet dogs? Yes, you sure can pet dogs. Can't actually have one as a pet, which kind of bummed me out. But yes, you can interact with some adorable puppies. Matthew Stockton wondering, the music, any awesome guitar tunes like the last game when you cross into Mexico? Yes, the music really jumped out at me. It's the same composer as the last Red Dead Redemption, and 192, I believe, was the number that Rockstar gave. That's how many original pieces of music have been composed for the game. I heard a lot of it, even just during my short playtime, and it sounds fantastic. I immediately went looking for the soundtrack, which seemingly does not appear to be in any of the collector's editions, which is kind of a shame. High Peaks Gaming wondering, is Deadeye in the game? If so, any changes? It is back, it is there, and it appears to function very similarly to how it did in Red Dead Redemption 1. Derek O wondering, did it feel like a chore to keep the campsite in good spirits, or was it manageable? Well, Derek, I have to say it was not a chore at all, and it didn't even feel like you have to manage anything or really, like there are different people. You can talk to anybody in the camp, walk up to them and press L2 to initiate, then you have a choice of dialogue. You can either greet them or antagonize them. It's actually contextual depending on the person and the situation. But some people will have missions for you, so it's very varied. It does feel pretty organic. I thought that was pretty cool. Sean asks, can you customize your character, such as clothes, facial hair, scars, etc.? Yes, there is a mirror. There's like a little kit, spot in your camp at your tent where you can shave if you want to, and your facial hair will grow over the course of the game. Rockstar loaded up one save for us where Arthur had quite the thick, bushy beard that hadn't been kept up in a while. But at one point I went in and just shaved this part, so I kind of had the mutton chop thing going. So yes, you can definitely customize your clothing, your appearance, all that stuff. Kay Asante asks, what did you play it on, which console, and how does it look to you? Is it really next gen? So I played it on a PS4 Pro dev kit running in at its maximum settings, and it certainly looked great. It absolutely looked great. In fact, I've got an Xbox One X at home, but not the 4K TV, and it made me go, I should probably get moving, try and scrape together a few pennies to get that 4K TV going. It definitely looked fantastic. And it's not the raw graphics that are like, whoa, the graphics are amazing. It's more the sort of the sum of its parts. The lighting is really probably the most next-gen looking thing about it. Environment looks great, the characters look really good. It is a very, very pretty game. Dusty Balls! Yes, Dusty Balls asks, I know it's not the final version, but was it running at a solid 60 frames per second, or did you notice any dips? Definitely not 60. It's not going to be 60. Rockstar has never done a 60 frames open world game. This is not going to be their first one. And it ran 30-ish. Again, this was a preview build, not the final game. I did see some dips, not like dragging, stuttery, slowdown kind of things, but just there were definitely some scenes and some parts that were not 30. You could tell they were in the 20s if you've got kind of the eye for it. But definitely, it was nothing to distract from the game, even in this unfinished build, so it's only going to be better in the final build, I'm sure. Dorauco asks, as a fan of single-player games, is the depth of the world and story still as strong as it was in Red Dead Redemption 1? Yes, that has been doubled down on. Of course, the story, I saw that much of the story, but as far as the world, Rockstar seems to have gone to great lengths to make this world feel alive, to feel as lived in. In fact, that's what Wayne also asked. Same question, does the world of Red Dead Redemption 2 feel alive and lived in? Yes, that is probably the thing that's going to jump out at people. Maybe first is just how alive and lived in and organic the world feels. Phil Harris asks, how's the exploration? Like Breath of the Wild, it would take me hours, sometimes days, to reach my next objective because I would get sidetracked so easily and so often. How does Red Dead Redemption 2 compare in pulling you away from your objective to do other things? Well, it kind of goes to what I said a minute ago about the world being organic. That applies to the missions as well. There are a lot of organic threads running through with dialogue with people where you're doing one thing and then you talk to somebody and something else pops up. There's also, you'll be riding from area to area, town to town, and other people will go by on horseback, and you can just hold L2 at any time and be like, just, hey, what's up? Or just talk trash. Just talk crap to them and pick a fight with them, and that might turn into a fight, and that could turn into a whole extra thing that just happens organically. So I thought that was pretty cool. I'm looking forward to seeing more of that. Christopher Williams asks, with the claim that NPCs are so individualized and go on day-to-day living their own lives, what happens if one of them accidentally walks in front of my gun and dies? Does the town react appropriately, or is it that NPC simply replaced by a new townsperson? Well, if you do kill somebody, especially in town with witnesses, so there are going to be witnesses, they're going to get tagged on the minimap, and your bounty's going to go up, people are going to come after you, and you're going to get run out of that town one way or the other until you either go to jail or pay your bounty. So there's that aspect of it. And finally, Rawa asks, can you shoot a hat off of a person without damaging said person? Yes, this happened to me. I was on a train, I was making my way through the train, and it was an open car, making my way to the next enclosed car, and guy shot me, and it went boo, and my hat was it was gone. It blew away, and my hat was gone. And I sustained no damage, so that can totally happen to you. Thanks to all of you who tweeted me your Red Dead Redemption 2 questions. We're going to be, of course, covering Red Dead Redemption 2 extensively between now and launch on October 26th, and certainly well after launch. There's so much in this game to cover. Our game help section, our walkthroughs, our guides. We'll have a bunch of fun features, of course, the review, everything coming up with Red Dead Redemption 2. So for all those things and more, keep it tuned right here to IGN.